Hi everybody, thanks for checking out my review for these FunAce wireless IP cameras. I actually picked up a couple of them, a couple different styles. We have this little robot guy here, and then we have a pan and a tilt. So some of the features that both of them share, they both have a microphone right there on the top so that you can listen. They both have a speaker so that you can actually talk through them. They both have alarms so that you can set motion or audio alarms and have it set off a message to your phone. I've actually been playing with this guy, and the motion alarm, you can set the sensitivity to whatever you want it to be. And I found that like at a 5, it catches every time I walk by, which is awesome. I mean, if you have something, if you're using this as like an indoor security camera, one, it's really small, so it's not super obvious, but it also is fairly reliable as far as the alarm goes. The other thing that I really like about these cameras is that they were super easy to get up and get running. So the other one that I'm comparing it against is a FOSCam. And the FOSCam actually was a lot more difficult to set up. So it's a name brand, but in order to get it to work, you had to physically plug it into your router with an Ethernet cable and then go to your computer and access it by the IP address and then change the settings over to actually connect it in with your wireless router. These ones, it's all done through your phone on an app. Really easy. I'll actually walk you through. I have this one set up. I haven't set this one up because I want to walk you through how to set it up with the app. But out of the box, they come with the cable and the charger. They come with an 8 gigabyte record or SD card so you can record, and some mounting hardware if you want to do it. I'll probably just leave them both as is. So this one will pan and tilt as well, which is cool. Both have really decent infrared night vision as well. So I tried it last night, and you can see just fine all throughout a large room. So what I want to do now is I'm going to actually plug it in. I'll show you how to do that. It's it's pretty self-explanatory. You just plug this right into the back. You wait for it to start up, and then you open the app. I'm using an Android, and I downloaded it right from the Play Store. And all the instructions are in there with your setup instructions here. So now I'm going to switch. I'll start doing some screen capture, and I will show you how to set these things up. Okay, so this is the XCam 360 app. Downloaded it from just the Play Store. This is Android. I'm guessing Apple's pretty similar. I did find that the little cam guy, the cam bot, I'm going to call him, our little robot guy, sets up different than the pan and tilt camera, so I reset both of them to factory so I can walk you through how to set up each of them. So they both start here with the add device. I'm going to set up the cam bot first. That's what I'm calling him. First thing you have to do is you need to go into your Wi-Fi settings and connect to this one, this XLT. There's no password, you just connect into it. This is the Wi-Fi sent out by the little cam bot himself. Once you're connected into that, you just hit this one down here, search device in LAN. We're going to wait for a second. Should come up and tell us. There he is. You just click right there. Everything's set up. I'm going to change the name real fast. I call him CamBot because I want to keep all my cameras separate so I know what one they're talking about. So there you go. They're my pumpkins. All right, so now it's connected. So the only thing that we need to do is connect it in with our Wi-Fi network. So you go to the settings, Wi-Fi setting, Wi-Fi manager, and find your Wi-Fi, connect to your Wi-Fi, just enter the information and hit done. I don't want you to see my password, so I'm going to pause this and then I'll come back. All right, so now I entered the information for my Wi-Fi. You'll see it disconnect here because it's reprogramming that computer to connect in, or sorry, that camera to connect in with your Wi-Fi. Once it does that, you'll hear it say that you're good to go. Welcome to use, that's what it uses. So it says welcome to use, and now it's successfully reset that. So now it's not putting out its own signal anymore, it's just connecting in with yours. So you can see, we'll click on that there, and there's our little cam bot and my pumpkins. All right, I'm gonna go back. So a couple of things, couple of settings in here. You'll set your time, you'll set your alarm setting, but one of the things, this is your Wi-Fi setting if you need to, that you go into the Wi-Fi manager. So time. Yeah, you know what, I'll do all of this afterwards. I'll get it reset up. But the alarm settings, you can do motion or audio. If you're using it as like a baby monitor, you can use the audio input there. But this is the motion. Set they call it sensibility, but sensitivity there, and hit done. And so now it says it's successful. So it'll come up, take a picture every time somebody moves in front of that camera. And I've tested it a lot. It works really well, actually. And that little exclamation point is saying you need to change your username and password, which I will do afterwards. So that one's all set up. Really, that's all it takes. So now we're going to add the pan and tilt camera. This one's a little bit different, so we're going to use a wireless configuration down there at the, sorry, I was going kind of fast, right here at the bottom, wireless configuration. Then you're going to do camera. You're going to hit next. And now it's going to sit and wait for a minute. I'm going to pause until we come back. You'll hear your camera talk to you a couple times during this process. So I actually ended up restarting it. It got hung up. I did it a second time without my microphone plugged into my phone, and it found it no problem. I don't know why that would have anything to do with it, or if it did or not, but you know, who knows. Just throwing that out there. But if it hangs up, go ahead and just exit out of the app and start it over again, because after the 60-second countdown, this actually came up super fast and it found it. So this is the second camera. Same settings here. You're going to want to change your username and your password. I'll do that afterwards. And that's it. So now it's all connected. If you click on the screen, it pulls up all your controls. You have your audio here. You can take a picture. So this one, that listens, and then if you hold this, you can talk through to the camera itself. And I got to get rid of that, and I'm clicking all my buttons. Sorry. All right. This will rotate the camera left and right. It just does it automatically. We'll just go back and forth, and this will go up and down. If you want to do it manually, you just click the screen. Go left, go right. You can go all the way up or all the way down. There you go. There's my pumpkin. All right, so that's it. And everything is all set up on these already to go through your router. I think it's pretty cool. My FOSCAM, I actually had to go into my router settings and open up a port, and it was, more of a hassle. This one, you don't have to open up a port. You can disconnect. I'll just disconnect there. So disconnect from your Wi-Fi, and you will see that these will disconnect, and then it'll reconnect. So while that's connecting, I can show you. Still have control here. I think I'm all the way down. Well, I said I had control. Was I on the wrong camera? Let's see, now I don't know which one's which. I think this one is the pan and tilt. I need to change the name on that. All right, there you go. All right, so now I have control. You can go down or you can go left or right. So that's it. That's the install and the setup for these little cameras. I'm really quite impressed with them. Quality-wise, as far as the picture goes, they're about the same as any other IP camera. They all run 1 to 2 megapixels, so they're nothing amazing. Certainly enough to run as security, a baby monitor, a dog monitor. It has all the different settings that you'll need for that. It was fairly easy to configure. Ran into a couple little snags, but nothing big. Other than that, these things work really, really good. I'm super pleased with them, and I would definitely recommend them. If you want my opinion on whether or not to go with the pan and tilt versus the little CamBot guy, it depends on what you're using it for. I like the pan and tilt for security because you can actually, look around a little bit, and I like to have that control. But the CamBot's really nice if you want something small, discreet. It doesn't, stand out and say, hey, look at me, I'm a camera. But it also works really well. So if I was to do like a baby monitor, a dog monitor, I'd probably get the CamBot. For anything else, I'd go with the pan and tilt. If you have any questions, feel free to get in contact with me. The customer support, from what I understand, is actually pretty good with these, but you shouldn't need it because they're nice and easy to connect into. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you enjoyed the review. Okay, so I just learned something, and it's kind of important, so I figured I would share with you. I told you put in your username and password here. You don't want to do that because then it comes up with an error, and you actually have to erase everything and start over. So what you do, don't put it in here when you're adding the device. click done, and then hit this exclamation point. Then you can choose OK. You can type in your username and password for the administrator, the operator, and everything works nice. So last little tip before I go. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I will hopefully see it or shoot me an email.